He's debating taking the rope. He's like, should I take the rope? I think I'm going to take the rope. Don't take it, Jerry. He's up there. No, he's fine. He's not up there. I'm going to take it. You sure? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. All right. I'm going to take it. You shouldn't have taken the rope, Jerry. You shouldn't have took the rope, Jerry. I told you. We had a great game, ended up losing. What could have been done differently? Knowing that there was only one team left, what is the right respawn team? Wait, what is right to respawn team member? Should we have looked out better? Also, during the fight, what I could have done differently to win the fight? Thanks. Okay, let's take a look. We gotta hit those. Right now, I'm healing. I would heal. 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 You're wasting time. Heal. Heal. You healed as soon as you got that kill, right? You heal, you heal, you heal. The second that this guy starts fighting, right? If you healed when you were supposed to heal, you're there with him. And that is crucial. That is crucial. The more people there, like your team member might be able to do some damage and things like that. If you healed when you were supposed to, you would have automatically been in that fight. But let's...
Right here. Shields recharging.
Yo, we should def check out that
9 seconds to my next scan.
Got time.
You also have 5 batteries, so this is big. This is good. Wee! Wee!
Numpty right here.
Come on, compadre.
Okay, good.
Got the banner. Should head to the beacon.
There's a portal, you heard it.
Reloading.
Champion destroyed.
Charging up my shields. Yo, help.
If any of you have a mobile right now, I would have used it way before. Like as soon as my team member died. So what I don't want to see is you guys use a mobile right now.
I'll watch our backs.
Marking our surroundings.
Somebody's making food inside his house.
Not sure where they're gonna be rotating from.
I actually like this rest. What I would do is get roof. You can't see anything from down below.
Alright. Let's go scout ahead and make sure he can get his get some loot. Thank you. Ooh, here.
You back up here. You back up here. You pop a battery.
Trust in the All Father.
You should have pop a battery.
Taking a moment.
Using a battery.
Again, it's a time thing. Should have been instantaneous.
Cracked him up top.
You cracked him up
Splash.
top. Okay.
30 seconds remain.
Scan. Should have scanned before you peek.
Fuck, boys.
That's it. I don't think there was anything you did bad. I think the positioning was a little rough. Like what you could have done is you could have backed up to this head glitch, so that way you weren't just like in a corner you could get naded. But what you do in this specific scenario, right here, before you peek out, like you popped your ult for a reason, right? You did a little bit of damage
Cracked
to
him up
him.
top.
You cracked him up top. Boom. You scan
Splash.
here.
30 seconds.
Boom. Scan. Right? You scan. So that way, like you'll know that this guy's peeking, and you know not to peek, right? You know, or you can like jiggle peek. You have wall hacks at that point. So I don't think you did anything bad. I just think that it was purely just a mistake of just a regular mistake that everybody makes.
Recharging shields.
Phew, that...
Taking fire.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. But that shit was a shit show. That was a fucking shit show. Holy shit. Dude. Okay.
Down to 30 seconds. Rings just a little further.
I'm gonna got 5 p. Okay. There is. I saw 5 different opportunities. I saw 5 different opportunities to make something happen. The thing about it is, if when you pull off a self-res, that means nobody's really paying attention to you. Right? I'm gonna let this play out, and then I'm gonna break it down. But you have to use the context clues of the map. That is the most gifted fucking KP I've ever seen in my life. Right now you queue and you play underneath the stairs. To your right. To your right. Not to your left. You go to your left, you die. Oh, you're dead. If this guy can hit a shot. If this guy can hit a fucking shot, you were dead. Holy shit. What did I just watch? Is there anybody on the inside? Okay, so couple problems. You were okay in this specific scenario. You have to understand that you were gifted. You were gifted the chance to live 9 different times. The fact that you stayed alive this long, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely think you should go buy a fucking lottery ticket. Okay, because that was like the fact that no one could full kill you, brother. It's insane. It's insane. The fact that you lived, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you woke up and there's a fucking unicorn in the backyard, okay? Like, with a pot of gold and then a little leprechaun saying good morning. Like, that's what, like, that shit was unbelievable. I'm gonna move on to my next thing, right? My next thing is, one thing you should work on is just slow down. I think a lot of this was just panic. You know, if we're talking about like getting better and things like that, I think a lot of this was just panic. When you pop this Phoenix kit, you should be sliding down. You should be sliding down. I would jump into this room. That's what you play. You play this room. There's 4 teams alive. You know one team is pushing up top. You know they're throwing nades off the top end. You know, when you're right here throwing the nade, you can use this as like a like this right here makes no sense to me. When you queued into it, this makes no sense unless you actually have the aim to handle shit, right? Like, if you have the aim and the confidence... Oh, actually? Wait a minute. Never mind. That scan came from that way. So here's what you do. You immediately drop and you go to this room. You go right here. The storm's not going to move for a minute and a half. The other 2 squads are fighting. There's one below you, one up top. You drop down. Right? Like, you go to this room right here. Now, the fact that we even lived underneath, I feel like you were doing stuff. Like, what was the reasoning for this, right? Like, you put yourself further on the edge of zone. You wasted your Q on a cooldown, and now people are going to send you, right? You could have used that Q and got into that building. You could have used your Q and started fighting with your team member in this spot over here, right? So there was you could have used that Q and gotten towards your team member, just using kind of like the map awareness, being like, your team member is actually pretty fucking safe in this spot. He owns it. He has it. He's sitting there. He's chilling. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where, like, you just have to make it over there. So when you full heal here, that's when I would have sent it over to try to fight with him. But again, I digress. Now, the toughest spot right here is again, it's all about, I feel like the panic. I feel like it's all about the panic. What you should have done was you should have queued. You should have played underneath the steps. The reason why you play underneath the steps is because actually nobody can kill you unless they're low ground. Now, we know there's one team over here, and if I was them, I would not be low ground. If I was the second team, I'd be up top. There's no need for me to put myself down bottom at a disadvantage. You're the player at the disadvantage. So what I would do is I would basically hide underneath, and I would just wait for these 2 teams to fight each other. I would wait for them to be introduced, and then I would third party. Not only that, is you were gifted by him not hitting a fucking shot, and you walked over here. Brother, get inside. Because you're dead outside regardless, right? The better option is eating the storm damage, walking inside, grab your teammate's banner. You have a potential armor swap in there as well. So I think this was all about panic and just awareness. So I would work on, aim and awareness for sure. And just don't panic so much. I wouldn't panic.